All right. First things first, drain the oil. Did that. Drain the oil. Then pull the air box. Go ahead and drop the screws on the ground. Ay, ay, ay. You guys see what's going on? You can see what's going on. Howdy do, howdy do. How are you? Then I want to take this hose off in the front here. Just take a clip and slide it up underneath this. Or a pick. Pull this off. You don't have to pull it completely off. I like to just lay it back out of the way right here. PCB's next. Just kind of slides off here. And there's a little rubber metal tab. Undo the electrical connector. There's a little locking plastic thing over here that holds this line on. So you don't stress the line too much. I actually take this off of here. Put it up out of the way. This is just going to sit over here freely. This is the PCB hose. And now you can work your way around, taking off all your other little clips. The intake manifold's got to come off to get to this oil cooler. Or you break the plastic tab where the harness mounts. Damn it. Brittle. Luckily that's not part of the intake. Pull this harness back out of the way. Vacuum booster hose right here, vacuum hose. side's got to come off. And I believe this is the air temp sensor. Yeah, it's got to come off. Then there's like a little gray tree back here that holds this wiring harness. Pull it out of the way. Like a little Christmas tree. You can tuck this harness back here now and it'll stay out of your way. Same with this vacuum hose. Then there's another vacuum hose right here. It's got to come out. Can you guys see what's going on? Nobody's saying anything. Well, we're going to be silent today. Come on. Come on. Trying to get the rubber to break loose from the plastic. It's kind of seized to it. There it goes. Kind of tuck it over here off to the side. And there's a couple there's a bracket right here. And down lower there's a harness that's in the way. Come on. Come on. There it is. Got it. This thing's only got like 42,000 miles on it. Cooler's already leaking. And now I gotta stick a ratcheting wrench down there and get the stud out of it. What's up, classic Jeep? We're working on a Jeep. Come on. I'm wondering if I loosen it, instead of taking it all the way out, if I'll have enough wiggle room to play. That's what I'll try. Couple little 10mm screws, or nuts. Set them off to the side up here. Bolt for the AC line. I think I gotta take it completely out. I didn't want to take it completely out. I don't know, let me take the rest of them out and see what happens. Then there's a couple up front right here. I'm trying to put this somewhere where you guys can see pretty good. Well, you guys can't see either way, yes. This 10mm nut. Another little 10 mil right here. Good afternoon, UP. What's up? Sorry, kind of focused on this engine. Just trying to see if anybody would show up, if people wanted to hang out and talk, but it's in the middle of a work day, so probably not the best idea. Alright, now I need to take the bolts out of this. You know what? I need to take this housing off. That housing's gonna block some things. Yeah. Yeah. If I remember correctly, there's something hidden on the back side of this. Thought there was something over There's something back there. I can feel it. Oh, it's hidden back there, way back there. It's a plastic grommet. Or there it is. This rubber grommet was hidden back there. Okay, That's out of the way. That's good. That's a good, real good. Now I need an 8mm and an extension. Alright, intake manifold loose. Looks like I'm going to have to take that bolt out completely down here. I remember doing this before and it was a pain to get this bolt in and out. It's in a really bad spot. Let me see if I can use Jesus. Can I get my little guy down there? I don't know. I don't know. Come on. There we go. That's the bolt that I'm talking about, down on the side of the metal bracket on the side of the intake manifold. Then you can kind of just push the bracket back out of the way. Okay, intake manifold's off. Gotta take the rotten foam piece out of your way. The next thing, you gotta get the lower intake manifold out of here. Good morning. Trying to find a spot that's metal in this engine bay to attach this phone to. Whatever, that'll just have to do. We can go ahead and de-energize the fuel system right now. It's just a little push clip right here on the other side of this vacuum tube. Don't forget where you put this thing. I'm gonna leave it over here on the air filter. And take your rag, put it over top of that fuel line. It's gonna probably push off a little bit. I don't know. We'll see. Come on now. There it is. Gave me a little spurt without the rag even being on it. I'm going to try to use the rag to go underneath it as I pull the line off. Catch most of the fuel that's coming out of it. I can set this off to the side here. It's going to drip a little fuel, but that's alright. Now I gotta disconnect this fuel injector harness. Okay, you know what I'm going to do is I'm going to do these ignition coils too while I'm here. And just lay the whole harness back out of the way. pretty sad. This thing only has 42,000 miles, something like that on it. And we're already having to replace stuff. Alright, I really don't need the back harness out of the way. I just need it unplugged. I needed the front harness out of the way so I can work in a clean spot.
Yeah, I'll throw you like sometime on that one for the mirror.
Okay. I'll put something in.
Because obviously it wasn't falling off when we...
No, he was driving. Rubs was driving.
Yeah, but I'm just saying, when we inspected it...
No, it was fine.
Right. Just like that fucking... I said Atlas, it's actually a Jetta. The one with the thing that's broke.
Yeah.
But either way, it's like, come on, guys. Fuck them.
Yeah. Why won't you unclip? Won't cooperate. Cooperate. There it is. Okay, that harness is out of the way. Ah, look at you over there, wishing me ill. If a 10mm fell in right now, I wouldn't really care because I could get it out. Ah, we got another plastic tab attached over here on the side. Two of them. I didn't see them. There's the first one. Come on. Come on. There we go. And there's the lower intake manifold. Removed from the vehicle. Go. You guys went for a fall. If you look down there past the sensors, you can see all the oil down there in the valley. Come on, man. I'm trying to give these guys a good shot. My phone's pissing me off. See all the oil right down in there? It's this assembly right here leaking. Well, you might be alright, Tri-Town. You might be good. You might be gravy, baby. I just have to mention the sponsor of today's videos is Haterade. Haterade, the ingredients are Liberal Tears, lime flavor. Ah. $21. Go ahead and clean off this oil that's sitting up here on top of this, and then shove a bunch of rags down in this hole. Get all the debris off of here. All the debris off. Actually, I'm going to go ahead and fill these holes now, before it's too late. A 1, a 2, a 3. 3 licks to get to the center of the Tootsie Pop. Yeah, and Duncan, but even Duncan sometimes I don't like to, I don't know. Duncan's alright, I guess. It's just, Duncan, they got some woke shit going on sometimes too. Oh, fine. All right, little air. Now all the dirt's gone, I can clean off all the oil. I don't know what they're doing with that damn vacuum over there, but it's annoying as hell. Ah. Shut that thing off. Now I'm going to unplug the sensors. Thank you. Mother. Now unlock and undo these sensors down on there. We heard you the first time you honked the damn horn, mother. Ah. There we go. It's unlocked. It's unlocked. Yes, sir. Yes, sir, it is. Let's go ahead and pull it off. Now, there will be a period here in a second where I got to put you guys down so I can go transfer. Well, I might be able to do it right here. We'll see. We shall see. I might need to go over there and borrow the vise because these men. There's the sensor. Yeah, it looks like somebody's been in here already. I don't know. It sure looks like it. That's wild. It sure as hell looks like it. Excuse my French. I'm sorry, guys. My potty mouth. I forgot I'm going to stick this oil cap back on for right now. Then I need to, on this coolant tube over here, I need to pop it out of the little bracket. I'm going to pinch this line off here in a second, this coolant line. You know what I should do? I should pull these sensors while they're in the damn engine right now. That would be the smart thing. And then I wouldn't have to sit here and use a vise and stuff like that because they're already mounted to this busted cooler. May as well just go ahead and do it. I'm going to use a set of plastic Mac hose clamp pliers to clamp it off. You know what clamp it off real good. I think this is a 19 millimeter. Yes, indeed. Is it a good car with the 3.2? Honestly, other than the oil cooler and the rear drive unit, it's been, most of these I've seen are phenomenal. I don't know if Jeep ever got away with that old rear drive unit that they used, but it was a kind of a trash design, and there was like a little computer motor assembly that would go on the side of the transmission. It would cause some issues sometimes as well, but that was all the way back to like 2014. This one right here with 40-some thousand miles on it, this thing just drives flawless. It drives great. Now that's the oil temp sensor, the 19mm one. Now my mother has a Jeep Cherokee with a 3.2 liter, and she loves it. The only thing she's ever, the rear diff unit on it has been chattering for like 40,000 miles, and it just keeps chattering. And when you go to make a sharp turn, because it's all-wheel drive, it'll chatter out of the driveway. It was a very, very poor, defective design. It was created on a whim by an engineer that drew up the design and stuff on like a napkin at a restaurant. And then he went back and pitched it to like the engineering team and the development team, and that's actually how they came up with like the rear diff unit in these Jeep Cherokees. At least the old one. I don't know if the new one's the same way. I like them. I like these little 3.2 liters. I never really see them having a lot of problems other than this oil cooler or like the rear diff unit. And that's saying a lot for me because I don't really like Chryslers at all, to be honest with you. Just not a fan of them. Never have been, other than like their old Mopar stuff, old muscle car stuff, you know. If I remember correctly, this is like yeah, it's like an inch. The coolant temp sensor on the bottom is you got to use a 24mm, or I think a 15/16. Well, now that it's loose, I can do the rest of that out of the engine. I can go ahead and pull this cooler out of here now. This would normally pay, I don't know, I think it typically pays about 3 hours, 3.5 hours to do this job. I'll probably do it in about an hour and a half, hour and 45 minutes, but I've done a couple of these. It's just taken me some time to refresh, because it's been a while. Like I already knew, things were like flashing back to me as I was working on it, because it's, like I said, it's been a while. But that's better than having to learn everything from scratch. The Torx bolts that hold this down are an E8. And they're just, these Torx bolts aren't actually put on there that tight. They're just basically snugged up. See, that one wasn't even tight at all. It barely even showed any resistance. So from the factory, or these, the plastic must shrink and it comes loose. Okay. Is there one more? Yep, one more over here in the corner hidden. Now this should come right up out of there. Okay. It's coming right out of there. Now at this point, I'm going to get pliers so I can take the hose off of it. Coolant hose. Almost off. Almost off. Come on now. There we go. Now I got a evacuator. I got a hand pump evacuator over here, but it works extremely well. Sucking all the extra oil and stuff that, here, you can see, I'll show you real quick. See all the oil and stuff that's down there in that valley? Yeah. That's what runs over the side of the transmission. Then you think something's wrong with you think the oil pan's leaking, and it's not. It's the cooler leaking down the transmission, down the side of the engine, kind of getting closer to the oil pan. That's how these are misdiagnosed sometimes. I almost did it. I almost misdiagnosed this car. This is a Mighty Vac M7201. The best $150 purchase I ever spent. Let me get some brake clean real quick. Damn it. Clean it out real good. It ain't got to be perfect. Probably gonna end up leaking again in another 40,000 miles. These are garbage. Plastic cooler, run oil. Come on now, quit. You're supposed to be like the neighborhood hoe. Keep sucking. Keep sucking, David. All right, we are clean. Do one final wipe down of everything. Try to get as much of the old rubber off the block as possible so the new rubber has a real nice tight sealing surface. And then in the instructions there's a manual, there's a thing in there that says if you're working on a 21 and prior Jeep, you need to change the black O-ring out on the bottom of the cooler assembly to the red one. Camera's right there.
Where?
What, we live? Huh? Live? Oh. So they can hear me?
Yep.
I lost my mic.
All right. So I think what they do is they take the black one. They want you to take the black one off the new assembly and swap over the red one. I think it's a little bit thicker. What's up? How are you, boss?
Good, man, good. Good to see you.
Same.
Hey, what do you usually do a month? What do you usually do? I just want to buy a lunch.
Yeah.
Yeah, regular. What's someone else? Huh? I'll come. Yeah, yeah. Or we can go grab some.
Yeah.
You know, go sit down. Thank you.
Yep. Okay. Now, what I like to do is I grab a little bit of oil from inside this pipe where this goes down in, and I lubricate this O-ring before I start pushing it all back down on there. And I go through real quick and make sure all these that are from the factory are in there. They're all new. And they're all nice and tight. I got all my bolts. You know what? Let me transfer that one sensor over real quick. You know what? I'm gonna go get a little bit of Teflon and put on here because there's barely any left. Okay, sorry. Lunch came in and the guys were all over here picking up their lunch. Little Teflon here, the Blue Devil stuff. Make sure you don't block the hole. Got it like that. .24 millimeter. Okay, nice and snug, tight. Nice and snug, tight. Does that make sense? We're gonna go ahead and stick some Teflon on this other sensor as well, the oil temp sensor. I'll tighten it up a little bit more once I get it where I want it. It kind of hurts to tighten it, to be honest with you, with me having double carpal tunnel in both hands now. And I got carpal tunnel in both hands now, and I got tennis elbow in my right arm. So like any kind of work, somewhat bothersome. The tennis elbow is slowly getting better, but I ordered some peptides, some DPC 157. And I gave myself a few injections in the area already, and it's helping heal and recover faster. The doctor was like, "You're just gonna kind of have to do it and take it easy." And I was like, "I can't, man. I gotta work." So I found my own stuff, and it's been working. What was the next thing I was gonna do? Oh, pliers. You're the kind of dude who wants to take all of my bubble gum. All right. Okay. I got my coolant line back on. Now I need to start lining this up. Oh, that went in. Okay. That's lined up. All right, maybe we're in business. Some people say don't start these with electric. You can start them with electric. You just have to be careful. See, that one went right away, caught its threads. And you want to make sure your thread holes are cleaned out, that there's no oil in them or no coolant in them. That one's good. That one's good. Nice and snug, that's it. That's it. That's it. That's it. That's it. That is good. Okay. Oil temp sensor is good. I'm gonna plug in my coolant temp down here. That's snapped in. That's snapped in. Now I can release the hose clamp pliers. And there we go. Well, I muted it for a little bit because they're playing music in the background and it's going to screw up this video if I don't mute it. Alright, everything's snapped in, everything's tight. All the little Christmas trees are put back where they belong. Now it's time to start putting everything back together. You know what, let me look at the gaskets on the bottom of this real quick and make sure they're good. Yep, they're good. These are reusable gaskets, so you don't have to replace these gaskets. Unless you absolutely want to. I'm just gonna do these real light. Make sure I got them all. That one I didn't have, so try again. There it is. There that is. Good. That one's good. That one's good. That one's good. 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 Beautiful. What the hell? Must have caught a little snag. It was going in there easy, then it just stopped. Maybe a little piece of that foam got in there. That's probably what happened. All right. Put this fuel line back on. Don't forget to put our little clip back on the fuel line. Clip the harness in the back where it belongs. Okay. Oh no, did I go early? No, I'm good.
Hey, watch the water.
Well, luckily that's just foam. Clear, 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 clear. And one last blow for good measure. Hawkinson Ford was yours? I know which one you're talking about. Is that that's not in St. Charles, is it? Is that the one in St. Charles? Come on now. Why don't you want to cooperate? I know why, because you're not liking me. You're not liking me. Oh. There we go. You're not liking me. It's okay. I don't like you either. I don't like you either. All right, now the easy part. Let's just play it. It don't matter if the music is there. We don't need to monetize this video. Ow, this one hurts. My oh, my oh, my oh, my boo. We're younger, you were mine. Now it's never taken away. Y'all better know about us, and it's the only way we know how to rock. But I know about us, and it's the only way we know how to rock. Ooh. What y'all know about that? Woo! Jackknife in the corner of the house. All we do is make it loud. Jackknife in the corner of the house. All I want to do is make it loud. Texas rain, oh my. Might go back in there. Come on. There we go. I don't like leaving those plastic Christmas trees out of their slot. I try to put everything back the way I found it. You can dust it off and try again. You can dust it off and try again. Try again. You can dust it off and try again. You can dust it off and try again. Try again. Sorry guys, I'm in my own little world right now. You can dust it off and try again. You can dust it off and try again. I should have put this line on last. I'm live right now.
Oh man.
Just so you don't want to say anything. I don't want.
It's chicken in.
Yeah.
I'm over here. Look at it. I look over. I'm like,
Most of that smell's coming from over there, though. They got so much food over there right now.
like, like you. Man, I ain't gonna talk to you no more. You know you need to be taking care of yourself. You was doing good for a while. Now you eating greasy shit.
Yeah, but Cane's ain't that bad. Cane's ain't as bad as some of that other shit that they eat over there.
I mean, like 6-pie hamburger.
They. They.
Walk away. If you got a 6, you might have a 4 when you come back. Hey, I ain't touching.
It wasn't me. It wasn't me.
We had a homie like that upstairs, soda donut. Say, bro, hey, you got the shit all on your fucking face. The more red that, what do you call it? The shit mad ball. Puluski?
Punchkis?
Yeah. Motherfucker took a bite. Eric went in and ate the man donut.
Oh. I see where that goes now. That's it. Gang, gang. Gang, gang. Alright, that's tight. Plug in this intake air temp sensor. Those are all tight. That's together, that's together. This is all on over here. How's my battery? Sorry about that. Phone died. I had to put it on the charger real quick and then resume as soon as it started up. Sorry. Not trying to put the chunky body in front of the camera. I know it's not a sight to see, but you get what you get. Dead on the money. Right at the top of the crosshatch. About a little over 5.5 quarts. No, you gotta go to the other Sure Will Survival. You gotta go to the beginning of it. This is the end of it. So you'll have to let it load first so you can see the whole thing, but there really ain't nothing to see. Just me working. Alright, I'm gonna start it now and look for leaks. Oh, you know what I need to do? I need to check and make sure there's an oil filter in that housing. Alright, let's try to start it. Guess I got the key out here somewhere. Where did I put it? Key fob not detected. There it is. I knew it was something. I knew I'd eventually find it. It was the brake booster hose that goes to the back of it. So if you want the Mopar part number, there it is, the Mopar part number. (685-963-17AB-001). And then here is the instructions. It says right here, 2014 through 2021 applications. Assemblies use a smaller diameter O-ring on the oil inlet nipple located on the bottom of the OFA assembly. You will need to remove the black O-ring on the oil inlet nipple and replace it with the red O-ring supplied in the package. Once swap is complete, please follow the service procedure for proper OFA installation, oil filter assembly installation. So if you have 21 and down to 2014, you use the red O-ring. If you have 22 and above, you use the black O-ring that's already on it when it comes out of the box. Let me show you how I knew it was the oil filter assembly. I said it was the oil pan at first, but I should have known better. These oil pans really don't leak on these. Come on. All this oil all over this transmission, and then dripping along this edge. And then when I started following it up and around here, I could see all the oil dripping on this, off the lines and stuff right here. And I was like, oh man, that ain't that. That's coming from up there on the back of that block. That's coming from that oil valley. And that's how I was able to track it down. I thought I was going to have to reseal the oil pan, but I should have known better. There's a bunch of places that make upgrades for these now. You don't have to reuse the plastic stuff. There's a bunch of Chinese companies on Amazon that actually make better housings. Well, I take that back. I had to go through 2 metal ones one time before I got one that would actually seal correctly. But they do make aluminum housings from other companies as well, other than Dorman. But I prefer Dorman over the rest of them. Dorman makes the best kit for this. That's really all I got, guys. I don't have anything else. I just wanted to spend some time with you guys and hang out for a little while. You've seen that job from start to finish with me yakking and everything else. I could do that job probably in an hour and a half, hour and a half, if I was really humping and had everything laid out. Today I'm a little unorganized, but this job pays like 3.5 hours. I think just for the intake manifold assembly alone, it says intake manifold R&R alone is 1.6 hours. That's not including pulling the cooler out of the bottom, cleaning everything up, swapping the sensors and stuff over, putting everything back together. It's like a 3.5 hour job. I do it in about an hour and a half, but it is what it is. And they don't even give you a hard labor time in this entire job as an entire assembly. I can't find it in all data. It doesn't say this is your hard labor time for this job. Once you go to oil filter housing assembly, it'll tell you how to remove it and replace it, but it won't tell you any labor codes on it. So, anyway, that's all I got for you. I'm going to get out of here. I'm going to clean up a little bit. I'm going to go change the tires and stuff on this. And put this back on the lot and grab my next vehicle. If you guys need anything, let me know. I'll leave this video up for a little bit. But I'm probably going to delete it because of all the music in the background anyway. YouTube really doesn't like that. But we'll see. I'm thinking about going live later for a little while, or tomorrow. So maybe you guys, maybe there'll be more people come hang out, drink a beer with me or something like that. We just talk shit. Y'all be blessed. Take care. I'm out of here.